Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Jamie, this is my 8th week of my Master of Social Work journey, and I officially wrapped up my first semester of grad school. Mind you, the semesters are like 8-week periods, so this is my 8th week. It feels crazier even saying that out loud. Whether you're in grad school right now, thinking about it, or just here for the ride, I'm breaking down what the first semester taught me, the wins, the challenges, and I'm evolving through all of it, so let's grow together as a community. Before we get into the video, make sure you like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, if you like this community that we're building, and also leave a comment down below so I know what you want to see next, I know what you want me to cover, or if you just have any critiques or advice for the videos and things like that, because I'm getting better as I go day by day. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me be real, the semester was not a walk in the park. Between working, doing content, showing up for clients, and writing what felt like 100 discussions, I had to learn how to pace myself, set boundaries, and honor my own growth as well. There were weeks I was doubting everything. Weeks I felt confident, and weeks I literally just sat holding it together with a caffeine and prayer. And I didn't drink energy drinks before all this, but it's found its way in my life, and it's slowly finding its way out of his life because I'm getting over my addiction to energy drinks, which is something I picked up. But you know, we all have these bad habits that we pick up, and that we just got to work on replacing it with other things like waking up early, a consistent sleep schedule, and you know, really pouring back into yourself. But through it all, I kept coming back to my why. I'm here to learn how to serve my people better, to challenge systems, and to create something bigger than myself. So when I really go back and think about my why, it really just inspires me and reminds me why I'm here and why I'm doing this, and why all this is worth it at the end of the day. One of my proudest moments this semester was writing my community intervention plan focused on mental health equity in Waukegan in Lake County, Illinois. I used photo voice, tapped in with local stakeholders like juvenile probation, and built a real strategy around process and summative evaluation. That showed me how creative social work can be, how we can use our minds to create new things based off research or just based off maybe real lived experiences of what we saw, how we can take our creativity to create businesses, to create these things. And I don't like to use business, but to create these interventions, these modalities to be able to help our community. Another big part was my ADEI presentation, where I talked about the role of systematic racism in youth services. I connected it to real clients I've worked with and broke down how mentorship and culturally competent and responsive care can reduce resistance to therapy in black and brown youth. Our black and brown youth, you know, we not jumping up to go talk to somebody, to go jump up into therapy, and it's not all our fault. A lot of us don't even know what therapy is, you know, growing up. We ain't heard about therapy, we don't know about it, or we can't afford it, or our insurance don't cover it, or we don't got insurance. That just happened. I grew up without insurance. I didn't know what therapy is. Our people, you know, are still stigmatized when it comes to these types of things. So, you know, working to really break that is something why I'm really doing this. And so I really like that we get to, you know, get to work on those types of things. I also had weekly discussion posts that push me to unpack topics like racial equity, intersectionality, and macro social work. I remember one where I talked about how mentorship can bridge the gap for youth who distrust therapy, and that really stuck with me. It's something I talked about in my last video on how, you know, bringing someone in that mentorship environment, whether that be playing basketball, going to a movie, going to get something to eat, can start to bridge the gap for therapy. Because in those situations, even though you're a mentor, you're not there to give clinical advice, but you're there to just hear them out as a person, and that's something that a lot of us need and don't have. So, you know, being able to provide that and bridge the gap for therapy is something that, you know, I'm definitely interested in social work. Grad school is helping me be able to, you know, learn to unpack some of these things, be able to, you know, hold my own successful interventions in the future. I even had some great conversations with classmates and professors about balancing clinical and community practice, and it solidified that I don't just want to be a therapist. I want to build systems and heal. I want to affect change on a higher level other than myself and the direct work that I do. I want an indirect effect, and therefore I know that, you know, getting into macro social work is something that I need to do. Even though I went into social work, you know, for the therapy aspect, I'm glad we get to learn about these macro systems as well, so we can learn to change the system. What I learned, you know, that really just goes to my internal growth is beyond the assignments and deadlines. This semester taught me to trust myself as a future leader in the field. You know, a lot of times I might doubt myself about certain things, but I really realize my true potential and the things that I'm able to create, and how my unique viewpoint and perspective and experiences to this day have helped me get to where I'm at, and really, like, I'm built for this field. There's nothing that tells me in my heart that I'm not built for this field, that I'm meant for this. So it's like, it is great when you really just get to find that internal clarity. I learned how to speak up in class even when I feel the imposter syndrome kicking in, you know, being able to just speak up, you know, whether that be in discussions on certain things that you might catch. And a lot of times I remember being in some criminal justice classes back in undergrad, and the tone of those was a lot blaming, oh, criminals, this, and it was just, the tone was very harsh towards those who are labeled as criminals. And so I really didn't like that. So really going into social work and just seeing how perspectives are different and people are more open and to diversity, more open to, you know, equity for all is great. You know, and in that criminal justice field, I feel like a lot of those individuals need social work. Like, it really go hand in hand. I feel like you can't be in criminal justice if you don't understand social works. But that's another topic for another day. I also learned that social work isn't just about helping, it's about empowering, right? About shifting it, sharing it, using it right. It's not about, oh, I'm helping this person and I'm their savior complex, but nah, like, you are just empowering that person. That person has all the tools and potential in them to succeed and be who they need to be and be where they want to go. And you're just helping them unlock those tools that they already have. And that's the whole goal with therapy, is unlocking tools that they already have. You don't want to build a dependency on you, or you don't want to look like you're in a position of authority to them, because at the end of the day, we're our people, and it just kind of ruins the dynamic of the therapeutic alliance. I'm about to take a break. I'm about to go to Dallas for a week. I'm about to go record some videos, have some fun. Those videos are going to be on my main channel at Jamin Speaks, but I'm about to go recharge, have some fun. But trust me, I'm still locked in. I'll be reflecting, journaling, working on some passion projects. And next semester, I'm diving even deeper into the clinical skills, the policy work, and maybe some electives on community organizing. More content coming for y'all, master social work tips, grad school vlogs, and maybe even bringing in some guest social workers to talk about this journey. So if you like what you saw here today, if you made it through your semester, congrats. If you're still pushing through, I see you. And if you're thinking about getting started, I hope this helps you feel a little less alone in the process. Appreciate you for watching, subscribing, and growing with me. Peace and purpose. I'll watch y'all in the next one. Without further ado, Jamie, you. I feel like there's just so much more week right now, but you know, I'm doing what I gotta do, man. So last thing is, y'all won't see me next week. Next week I'm taking it off because, you know, I'm gonna be out. Every single Tuesday at 2 p.m. I will be posting my master's social work updates. Just not next week because I'm gonna be out, but the week after that I'll be back at it, man. We will be posting these for the next year and a half at least. So we got a journey to go, man. We gonna make it. I think I'm gonna end these videos at like master's social work week 100 or something like that. So it's gonna be crazy. I appreciate y'all here for the journey. So without further ado, we out.